think Councilman Lay has.
Councilman Lay.
I need 250 on the war phone.
On war phone? Councilman Fulbright?
1,500 for Ryan School and Council Fishing Hawk.
Are you going to do any other? You going to add to it?
I'll have 500.
So, Madam Chair, with those, any further?
Yes, I need to do, Stephen Holiday. Stephen Holiday.
Stephen Hollow? How much? From each of y'all?
Yeah.
Did you get that one? 200 from the 200 from the 3 Cherokee County.
Stephen Hollow.
Mm-hmm. Jill?
500 Salsa Basketball Boosters Club.
$1,500 to Evening Shade Community Organization.
Evening Shade, 1,500. Then Thornton. Any others?
Madam Chair, move for the approval as amended.
He did.
Second.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Ayes have it. Two.
That's plenty. We've got, so that we've got.
So what you want to do?
I think we can
I've
follow
got one more.
the agenda, so.
I've got one more.
Okay.
And I don't know the name of the church. It's a church in Marble City. $1,000. Jerry Carter's.
You see any more?
Let's just make a motion. What was it?
Jerry Carter, church organization in Marble City.
Jerry Carter, Marble City Church Organization, 1,000 from Councilman Thornton's. So, Madam Chair, make a motion we amend the approved report.
Second. Okay, second. All those in favor? All those opposed? Okay.
Okay, so you're right there.
Okay, the next one is discussion of possible action concerning healthcare master plan expansion. Is somebody here to talk about that? It's your turn. Lacey?
Sure. I'll start and I'll help direct questions. How about that?
Start in.
Okay. I'll tell you what I know. As you know, Ms. Davis is still out ill. They meet every week trying to determine what the plan is going forward. And there's significant involvement from Cherokee Nation Health Services. There's involvement from the AG's office, Cherokee Nation businesses, management resources. Everybody's getting together, putting their heads together. So if you have specific questions, we'll try to get those answered.
Councilwoman Watt.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So we have a list of what we've already purchased with the amount, location, legal description.
As far as land is concerned,
land, I think we've got RFPs out for facilities and stuff.
okay,
The way what I understood was we still don't have a plan, but the news releases indicate that we're doing portable stuff, so I'm trying to figure out what's really happening.
Bruce, do you want to talk about land?
Madam Chairman, Shell, as to a plan, not having a plan, well, that's incorrect. We do have a plan, the plan that this council adopted and set forth the task of administration to carry out. We are in the process of carrying out the plan that was adopted by this council. So it's an incorrect statement to say that we don't have a plan. You guys approved it.
Excuse me, but I believe a plan involves like size of facilities, number of people we're gonna need, what services are gonna be done.
And we're, you
Mr.
know,
Hembry, I think you're out of line in how you address me in front of this body.
no, I think you're out of line with the way that you address the administration by not having a plan. You know we do. You're the one who,
Wow.
you approved it.
Wow.
So we can, sit here and disagree all day long, but be that as it may. Thank you.
May I ask the health folks, do we know what size facility they are, what services will be providing, how many health providers we will need, how many additional staff, how we're going to do the staffing plan, what the estimated cost of the facility? I guess my definition of plan involves much more than a number and a couple of lists. So I'm trying to understand how will this money be adequate? Will we meet, our staffing needs? Are we increasing services to our people with an $80 million price tag? I mean, if I go to Webster's Dictionary, I think there's an idea of what a plan might be. That would be my, and I still see we don't have that, right?
I would say that there's feasibility studies and scope of works that have been developed. We believe that the health centers can probably support themselves, can support the expansion. The idea would be that we expand operational expenses and operational capabilities as we proceed, that you build the facility that you want, but maybe not necessarily fill it right away with providers, because that's where the real operational expense will come into play. So the idea would be that the clinics, we expand those according to an order that's being developed in these weekly meetings, and then go from there. And then the hospital, we're going to, because it's a much larger project and kind of a moving target, we want to bring in an independent outside firm to do a feasibility study.
Okay, so to understand the plan's still under development, we have no ETA when that plan will be available. There's going to be a plan set for the clinics, and then there's a plan that will need to be developed by this outside firm, hopefully just for Hastings, because the hospital is just a different animal.
Correct. The other thing is Hastings is really, it's really critical that we have a joint venture, if at all possible, with IHS for operational and staffing expenses.
Yeah, I'm very concerned about whether or not we'll be able to meet those long-term financial commitments or not.
As are we. So that's why we.
Yeah, so do we have, I mean, I need to tell folks, I need to have an idea of when are we going to have more of a what I consider a plan, something that's fleshed out that I can talk to them about, like they want to get excited about. We may have additional services eventually. What does it look like? When do we think that will be available?
I wouldn't want to hazard a guess as to that.
Do we know if the $80 million capital resolution that was that one-page thing, I guess is now a plan, is that going to be adequate for capital? I mean, do we know?
Would be.
As far as the costs involved?
Yeah. Do we know if that's going to, because when I've heard the chief present at community meetings, Hastings is now $100 million by itself. So I'm really concerned. We can't manufacture money in a back room. We can only use what we got. Where are we at? I mean, I don't know what to tell the folks that are asking questions.
Well, the focus at this point is mostly on Redbird. In order of priority, I understand, and someone please correct me, Redbird. Jay, Elizabeth, help me here.
Bartlesville,
And it's-
Mankiller, and then Hastings.
Hastings is the final project. So at this point, all resources are really focused on Redbird. Redbird, as you know, had an existing structure, and a determination was made that there needed to be an additional expansion made onto a second structure there at the Redbird Center called the Administration Annex. And so most focus is on getting Redbird going. There's a construction management firm that's been bid out and has been engaged to renovate the old structure. As far as the new structures go, that's where they're working with C&B. As far as J goes, which would be the next project on the list, the land is been acquired there, as I understand. I would really prefer Bruce talk about that. Yeah.
We keep talking about it, but I've still not seen a list. I have no idea what using tribal monies or tribal business monies, what's being spent, what's been spent, how do we describe it, is there illegal? I mean, we talk about it. I mean, this is the first thing I knew about, like 5 purchases at the State of the Nation last month, and I'm sitting, and then when I emailed the chief and asked for his list from the notes he was talking from, he said he had no notes. I was impressive. He had lots of information. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on, how have we spent money?
Well, all purchases of properties have been purchased through line item allocations to the budget that this council again did approve. So, and as to the request of the list of from the Chief Baker's from his speech, you know, I saw that email. What you requested was notes from his speech. You didn't ask for a list. I'd be happy to provide you a list of all acquisition of all property that the Cherokee Nation has purchased in the last fiscal year in accordance with the budget that's already been passed.
Would that also include Cherokee Nation businesses? Because I was confused about that maybe CMB has also purchased stuff and then given it to us, or they're holding it and releasing it to us. I didn't know. So
I'd be happy to give you the purchases of all the.
when should I expect it?
I'm sure I could get that to you by the end of the week. Be happy to give it to you.
Very good. Thank you.
Excuse me, Councilman Watts, okay. It is about 15 till. What would the body's pleasure be to recess till tomorrow, to recess it till after the council meeting tonight? Anybody got any preference?
Next week.
Oh, hold on, we gotta send, yes, we gotta send the capital one. Yeah, that's most like I said.
Madam Chair, why don't we have the chairman of the health committee get with the chief and get these questions answered? I mean, he's the chair of the health committee, I mean, and the Carroll County one's got questions, go in there face to face and get these questions answered. And if I have questions for the education department, I'm going to go in there, shut the door, and get some of these things answered and come back and report to the council. We've been asking these same questions now for going on 3 or 4 months.
Todd, has the chief signed anything?
No, we stated that we were not going to execute any documents until we've had this question fully vetted. And we have answered questions, Council Burr, and we stand willing, ready, and able to do that.
Sure.
Councilman Watts?
Well, I was going to suggest that we just have this as a standing business item at this point until it's answered. And so we table this for another month.
Until
That's
the
my
end of this
motion.
month? Okay. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? We will put this as a standing item on ENF, and I'll get with Chuck and see if we might need some extra time next month on the meeting. What do we need to do on the operating account?
Well, Madam Chair, we have one action item left, which is the capital budget, but we also had some potential questions about the operating budget that could not be answered at this time. So what I would say is let's get into the capital budget, but be somewhat liberal on the questions for the operating budget because we just couldn't get those questions answered last time. So I'd move, just to get us into discussion, I'd move for approval of the capital budget mod and turn it over to Mr. Reese to guide us through.
Second.
There's one grant reporting only for $27,838. It's a carryover reconciliation for the Federal Transit Program. One budget for the capital mod number 3. It's on the motor vehicle tax highway construction. This is the 9% allocation of the highway funds for a increase in expenditure authorization of $1,311,808 to revise total of $3,395,834.
Mr. Lake?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chairman. I think this is where we probably got bogged down last time. some of these capital, these budget mods are coming through without much explanation. And Jody, you and I discussed one of those. Could you clarify that for me, what you found there?
You talking about the one that was in the operating question? Yes, it was related to the capital acquisition of the hay equipment and the sale of surplus equipment. The program already had $100,000 in capital acquisition line, so the purchase of the hay equipment was within their budget authority. I know there was some question on the timing of that. I didn't bring it up as an issue because they had budget authority to buy the equipment.
And then, are there two sets of equipment now? Two sets of tractors, balers, fan equipment, or just one?
I have to defer to them as far as the details of the actual how much equipment, there is. So, Bruce, if you want to answer.
I think there's two sets of equipment.
And the two sets were bought. I couldn't remember there being a budget for hay and equipment in October.
Out of last year's money, there was one set of equipment bought. And then another set bought out of this year's money.
That was 2013.
Yes, sir.
So first set was 2012,
Yes, sir.
and the second set was 2013.
Yes, sir.
And which budget did that line did that come out of?
It's the land operations budget, the one that they were modifying to add the $90,000 to. It was showing the sale of the surplus equipment and adding to that capital acquisition line. They already had $100,000 on the capital acquisition line, and this is just adding to it and showing the revenue from the sale of the surplus equipment.
And that was 90-something total?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, would that money, being new money coming in, is that allocatable by the council anywhere they want to take it?
Yes, it would be. It's general fund.
And that's the type of explanation I think we need here that we didn't get. And that's where I was going and asking the questions. Nobody was here to left to answer, apparently. And so, Madam Chairman, if we already passed that budget,
The operating budget we did, it was reconsidered.
We can reconsider it. We're real liberal about it. That was the day I wasn't here. And
I'd like to make a motion to reconsider all that.
Second. I'll second. Oh, yeah, I voted no.
any discussion? All those in favor, say aye. All those opposed? Okay, ayes have it.
And so this, give me an exact figure on what's allocatable by this council. And this money is new coming in to the gen fund. And is it coming into the Cherokee Nation Gen Fund or Natural Resources Gen Fund? Let me get this straight.
It just comes into the Cherokee Nation Gen Fund to start with. Yes.
And we were going to allocate it back to Natural Resources.
Right.
And that's I think that was on one of the last pages we looked at.
It's $99,606.
So that's allocatable by this body, wherever we see fit. We can take it back to natural resources, we can take it to education,
Right.
anywhere we want to. Those are the kinds of things that I'd like to be explained to us before we get to the meeting and all of a sudden it's just passes through. I'd like to make a motion, we take 40,000 of that, split it out equally between Cherokee Nation scholarships and Cherokee Nation directed studies. I'll put that in form of a motion.
Do I hear a second? A second? Motion dies for lack of a second.
We need to revote on operations.
Yes. Motion.
It's an X, so we'll have to vote on
Mhm.
operations.
So make a motion.
Pass.
Have a second?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor? Those opposed? Ayes have it. Regional operation capital.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to move the, move to approve the capital budget.
Move it to tonight's meeting?
Yes.
Madam Chair, can you take that funding back out of there and hold it till we see how much it is now?
What did we do with it last time?
What are you talking about?
You mean the money that Dick's talking about? The
The
90,000?
99,000.
Madam Chair, just on information, we just repassed the operations budget. We have not passed the capital budget. There's now a motion on the floor to pass the capital budget. Did we get a second for that motion to pass the capital budget? So we're in discussion on the capital budget.
Yes.
Any discussion? Mr. Thorpe.
I'd like to make a motion to pull that 99,000 back out of that budget and hold it till we see where it's going and what it's for and how much we're going to get. I don't think there's actually a total amount of that budget set because we don't know how much it's going to be actually. And I'd like to make a motion to pull that out, or a friendly amendment to pull it
On
out
the
till we
operating?
see
We're on to the capital.
One of the capital budget.
on the 99,000.
Okay, you can,
Okay.
since we
Can't
have
do it?
operating, we can deny it at full council.
We did it not at full council, but.
Friendly amendment on the operating. Okay, on the capital,
Any discussion?
any discussion on capital?
Call the question.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Oh, okay.
By acclamation.
Okay.
All those in favor say aye.
By acclamation, all those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay.
All opposed?
All opposed? What do we got to do on this? That's what I'm making sure of before we adjourn. We do nothing with these, right?
The time is, may I make an announcement? The time is now 5 to 6. We'll try to convene over there by 10 after 6. They'll allow
Motion to
everybody
adjourn.
to get over.
Motion.
No, he didn't.
I like the operating budget. Motion.